Hi cuties, if no one has told you already today, I want you to know no more apologizing. For those of you that are new, welcome, I am Gem, and in today's reading, today's color is blue. So the blue cards, blue is a primary color that is associated with logic, honesty, and trust, and communication. The ancient Egyptians celebrate the color, creating the first synthetic blue pigment. The color has also a powerful religious significance across the world. Blue is also connected to the water elements. As a result, it sometimes is used to symbolize transition and our emotional depths. Like water, blue can be cleansing, both physically and spiritually. Blue light can wash away feelings of sadness and is used as a treatment for seasonal affective disorder. Blue is also correlated with the throat energy center, which governs communication. So that is today's color, blue. So if you also see it in a reading, know that it signals honor and preciousness of this transitional time. All these colors have to do with crossing some sort of threshold. They may ask you to surrender to the flow of the current or to foster a deep sense of trust within yourself. And accept that, as well as all things in life, your current situation will change. Let these cards help you move through. So, I think that is a perfect message for today's reading, because in today's pick a card reading, we are going to be discussing why are you currently sad or feeling sad. Also, if you would like to help me choose next week's color, follow my Instagram at gemsforcheap. I'll be posting it on like my story, and there'll be a poll and you just pick a color. Okay, so in pick a card readings, you could view them however you like. You could watch the whole video or just watch which pile catches your eye, as long as you take what resonates and leaves the rest. Also know that every reader reads differently. I tend to read very candidly and honestly, so warning, there will be deep messages. Before we hop right into the video, I want to let you guys know the different ways you could help out my channel. One is by checking out my DEPOP. Here that is. I sell personal readings, and it's linked in the description. How I'm currently feeling today. So honestly, I feel quite sad, and that's what made me feel called to do this reading. I am feeling sad. I am feeling anger. I'm feeling literally just guilty, feeling remorse, feeling anxiety, kind of stressed out. And I also want to, like, you know, don't mind my nails too, because my physical body is taking a toll because of the sadness, and know that that's the whole part of the process. It's a cycle, you're gonna be ups, so there's gonna be downs, and right now I'm currently at one of my downs, and I'm letting myself try to heal and re-heal, and I wanted to mention this to you guys, so maybe you can correlate with how I'm feeling. I'm dealing with a little bit of like friendship matters, friendship issues, some also love issues as well, and so I'm kind of feeling a little sad, and I just wanted to mention, because I wanted to know maybe that correlates with you. This may not correlate with you at all, but I wanted to discuss my feelings before, so you may feel comforted in knowing that even readers have bad days too. So now let's try to take a deep breath to cleanse ourselves from this negative energy so we could have a more clear reading. All right, ready? Okay, so we have 3 piles here. We have the first pile, which is obviously a blue card, a darker blue card. I would say this one's a little bit more saturated in the color blue than this one, but this card talks about trust. This could be maybe more about, like, this pile resonates with like trusting yourself or finding trust within and being able to trust your gut, maybe trust how you're logically thinking, things like that. We also have the Knight of Cups. And Knight of Cups here, some of the key words for the Knight of Cups is overactive imagination, unrealistic, jealous, or moody. So you may feeling any of those. That could be something, possibly the person that you're dealing with. And maybe you're having like a gut feeling that this person is just jealous of you or something. That could be something, or just maybe you're feeling jealous or very moody, or maybe unrealistic about certain things, maybe with a certain relationship, or overactive imagination, possibly overthinking things. So that could be for pile 1. If that resonates with you, please pick pile 1. Pile 2 now, we have the Lovers in reverse and the Cleanse card. So Cleanse is a little bit of a lighter shade. This is, I think, to help, heal, possible a love relationship. Could also maybe think very logically about it. You may need to think logically about it. Also, I think it's supposed to give some calm and relaxation to whoever picks this pile. Maybe someone needs some relaxation. Also, it kind of reminds me of like a washing machine, where like the washing machine gets filled with water and it's like you're cleaning the clothes. So maybe you need to do like laundry or something. And cleansing internally. Maybe there's some sadness deep down within you that needs to be cleansed in order to help heal this relationship. Also, we have the Lovers in reverse, and I just wanted to mention Lovers in reverse can talk about misalignment. It could talk about disharmony, imbalance, and having different values, or finding more self-love for yourself. This could be a pile for your self-love. This could be a pile talking about a love relationship where there is disharmony or imbalance, or it could be another thing saying there could be misaligned values. So maybe you guys disagree a lot, and that will be discussed. So if that resonates with you, please pick pile 2. Lastly, we have pile 3, and I feel pile 3 is for the people who are tremendously feeling sad, maybe even like a depression, or went through a very difficult time period where they're feeling very internally sad. And know that this time, whatever it is, will soon pass over. It won't be here forever. It's okay. Sadness will come and go. 5 of Cups could be a situation. 5 of Cups usually talks about feeling very lost and not knowing in what direction to go. So you could definitely be feeling stuck, or you don't even know what to do. That could be something that you've said. Regret, failure, disappointment, or pessimism. You could be very pessimistic of the future, or feeling very pessimistic about whatever the situation was. You could also be feeling like a failure, or beating yourself up a lot. You could be sad with yourself. You could be regretting some decisions, or having some sort of guilt, feeling guilty. Anything of that sort, or maybe even feeling disappointed on how things turned out. We also have 2 of Cups. So 2 of Cups also talks about love, so this could be possibly a love connection. Alright, so if that resonates with you, please pick pile 3. I almost said pile 2, so you may want to watch pile 2 as well. Alright, now let's get into this reading, starting with pile 1. Okay, so I just shuffled this deck, and we pulled out the Miracle. This is the section where we will shuffle your cards. If you don't want to watch this and just want to skip it, there are timestamps in the description, so check that out. But yeah, we pulled the Miracle. I shuffled this deck, and then I pulled that card. So I like skipped it because I had to fix my light, so I had just deleted it, so hope that is okay. Let's pull some. Let's see what other color may pop up with the Prism Oracle. 1, 2, 3. Success. is your card here. Alright. I do kind of want to pull another one. I think I'm going to do it. One. We got two more. We could just quickly just discuss over them, I guess. Kind of want to like put the colors together of the orange. Alright, maybe we will do it like that. I think that's good. Alright, so we pulled Prism Oracle. Now let's pull a Wild Unknown Archetypes card. I feel like these are very helpful. I love these. I literally love this deck. Okay, let's shuffle these bad boys. Alright, 1, 2, 3. The River. I really want to pull, I don't know what is it. I just want to pull another one. 1, 2, 3. Mystique. I've never seen this card before, so that's interesting. Let's put this back. Just pull one of these. So basically, these cards are talking about maybe the situation. Maybe help me understand the situation a little bit more on why you could be sad. Understanding. We have a fish here that might come out. 1, 2, 3. We have the dragonfly. Right, and then after we'll pull tarot cards over this, just so we could understand the whole story. Right, let's pull some of these. Why is pile 1 sad? And what can they do to help themselves stop feeling this way, or help them find further clarification of what maybe is deep down being suppressed. Okay, now Moonology card. We had Scorpio on the bottom here. I think the card said release negativity. Yeah, it was that one. 1, 2. Oh, we have 2. Okay, so, and they're both like turquoise blue. So it says, you're very close to achieving your goal in reverse. Nothing is yet set in stone. Pardon me for clearing my throat. I guess we could just leave it at that for right now, and then figure out these cards, and then come back. Pardon me for clearing my throat. I think I want to pull honestly, some message cards. I wish I could have more space so you could see it. We can move it up a bit. Okay. I think we'll just pull them after. You know what? We'll shuffle them now on camera, just so we can see them. All right. It says you're allowed to cry underneath. Maybe some messages you would like to say to yourself as pieces of encouragement, like some pieces of, or what your spirit guides would like to say to help you. Okay, maybe we pull like, oh, Jesus Christ. Unhealed traumas. There could definitely be some sort of unhealed trauma that is difficult, that may be making you feel sad. I can't wait to be on my own. Maybe some sort of family life has caused you to feel this way. And we have brown hair in reverse. Let's pull like two more. One. I'm jealous of your beauty. Maybe someone is really pretty, or jealous of how pretty you are. We have, I could never imagine this happening in reverse. Okay. Let's also pull some, let's pull one of these. Let's see what possible, like, sign or house or planet that might be significant. So we have Sagittarius, sun sign in the first house. So that could be, someone could be a Sagittarius in their sun sign. That could be something you may want to look up on CoStar. There's a CoStar app that you just sign in, you put in the day, time, and where you were born. And then it'll give you your chart, and then you look at your first house, or maybe look at your sun sign, or look at where your Sagittarius placements are. It may be in your sun, in your first house. Okay, let's do another one. Another Sagittarius, Pluto in your first house. I think that's Pluto. No, that's Uranus. Uranus in your first house. Because it's like a pitchfork and it looks like the trident. Pretty sure that's Uranus. Okay, I will put this onto the side for you. It could be a Leo as well, because it just fell into Leo. Where the hell did it go? First house. Okay. Maybe we could pull some, like, I could do that after, I guess. We have a lot on our plate right now. So let's pause it. We'll come back. I'll read a little bit and then we'll pull your tarot. Okay, so pile one. So why you may be sad is there's actually a couple of things that could be. One thing is you're not trusting yourself, or there may have been something that has been done to make you lose trust with yourself. I also saw the 5 of Cups roll in while I was trying to hold placements in my books. So I wouldn't be surprised if you want to maybe check out pile 2 and pile 3 for additional messages to help you get through, or if you want to listen more about it, because I feel like all 3 of these piles are connected in some way. And that's like the first time I've ever said that in a reading, so that's definitely, you may want to check out the other piles. I think you may be feeling guilty about something. There could have been something where you lost trust within yourself, maybe even like your gut, more specifically, because we do have a lot of oranges going on here, and like a gut area. You could also be feeling sick in your gut area. Maybe there's like a lot of things going on like with your health as well, like feeling sick, anxiety, your gut feeling. You may had a gut feeling about something and you kind of just ignored it. And you need to stop. Don't ignore it. Don't push yourself to do things that you know may not be the best decision for you. You don't have to do things to please other people or force yourself to do things in order to just please other people. Like it should be what you want. Trust yourself that you're gonna always make the right decision for yourself, no one else. You could also be really sad because you could have been left feeling moody or jealous. You could possibly be jealous of someone's beauty, or someone could be jealous of your beauty, and maybe that jealousy may have been taken out on you, or just in some way just have been taken out on you. I think you also may be hungry or have been hungry lately. Maybe you've been also just not feeding yourself, not have been eating much, and there could be like a hole, like a void within you, some sort of like missing piece. Something is missing within you, and I think you need to find that. And it could be maybe you're filling that void with hunger, or you're making the void bigger by not eating. Maybe you've been mistreating yourself by not eating, or kind of just been really sad lately and not taking care of yourself. And I think with I think it was these two cards, one of them said more specifically, you need to get back on track and start taking care of yourself again. This may have been, a couple steps back, or maybe a blockage or stagnant time in your life where you have been stuck and you took a couple steps back in the direction of your growth or the path that you wanted to go to. And you may have been, laying around, being really lazy, and it's okay. Take all the time that you need to heal properly. Don't beat yourself up for it. Take the time to heal, and when you're ready, get back into taking care of yourself, because not taking care of yourself will ultimately make, the way you feel about yourself worse. I think we also have a couple air signs here as well. Air could be significant, possibly communication. There may have been, maybe you need to talk to yourself more and maybe you've lost your third eye. You could have possibly lost it. Maybe you watched a lot of readings, or you gained it, and you're able to always be very observant and seeing things for what it is, and seeing, red flags, or seeing things from the beginning, like always you knew what was going on. But maybe you've lost it because maybe you haven't been listening to yourself, you haven't been journaling, you haven't been seeking within, you haven't been listening to your gut. And this is saying you need to gain that back. It's time to freshen up. It's time to go back to where it was. I know it could be mentally draining to constantly be watching tarot card readings, or constantly be trying to figure out what it is deep within you that is hurting you. But, everything to a minimum. You don't want to over obsess things. You don't want to impulsively do too much or be addicted to things. Addiction is everywhere. You could have addiction to anything. So everything with a minimum, and take a controlled, slow path. It's better to move slowly than to move quickly with decisions as well. I think also that's another message for you, is that there can be something that you're stressing out about, or feeling guilty, or you're constantly maybe you're trying to quickly make a decision or quickly set whatever it is in stone. And this is saying, don't be impulsive, don't quickly act. If it's like a situation where maybe with a relationship or a friendship or whoever, and you're trying to quickly move on from the situation, is not the way to do it. Nothing is yet set in stone on how the person's going to take it or how you're going to take it. Take your time with the situation. Whatever it is that needs to be decided, or whatever that is needs to, there's nothing that needs to be done right now. You may want to move slowly and cautiously, because I think it was this card. One of the cards said, move slowly and cautiously, because there is a fuse attached to this situation. So if you say the wrong thing, if you do the wrong thing, there could be, consequences. There could be an explosive reaction to this. So take your time, think smart, think wise, don't get angry, don't let your emotions get in the way. I think also a lot of these cards also mentioned that you're letting emotions cloud your judgment. You could be overly emotional, feeling very emotional right now, or just letting emotions get a lot in and block or damage your relationships that surround you. That could be with your friends or family or relationship. It could be that maybe you're holding grudges or feeling upset with people, or even upset with yourself, or apologizing too much, or all these different things. Hold your ground. You are human. They are human. People make mistakes. You made a mistake. They made a mistake. It's okay. Slowly move forward. Slowly sit. Allow yourself to sit in the darkness, like this card says. Sit there in the silence. Sit there without the light on. Sit in the darkness. Sit in the fear. Sit in whatever it is that you need to face. Sit in whatever it is that's deep within you that needs to be resolved. Sit there. Think about it. Don't make any impulsive decisions. Don't run after anyone. Don't impulsively text, blowing up someone's phone. Don't let your emotions get in the way. Don't curse anyone out. Don't explode with emotions. Stay calm, collective. If you are having a lot of emotions, journal. Journal. If you want to, before you make any, stupid decisions or act impulsively, grab a journal, write down whatever the emotions that you're feeling. Go to the gym, take out all your emotions on, working out. Don't hurt yourself, of course, but do healthy ways of taking out your emotions. Don't let anger get the best of you. Don't let your sadness get the best of you. Or your insecurities get the best of you. Because you need to decide and gain clarity first on what is your insecurities, what unhealed traumas are making you feel insecure about the situation. Allow yourself to understand what is overthinking, what are you overthinking, and what is the truth, what is that needs to be, settled and understood. Also just understanding truly how you feel and how, they may feel, and also listen to what other people are telling you. If you're panicking or having a lot of anxiety on what someone is, thinking of you, whatever they say to you, believe what they say. Understand what they say. Obviously, actions speak louder than words, but if they're acting a little weird with you and they're saying, oh yeah, I'm fine, that's on them. It's because they can't fully communicate how they're feeling. So don't let their, difficulty, their issues of not being able to communicate how they feel after you ask them to communicate how they feel, don't allow that to feel like you need to try harder or feel like you need to chase after them and, apologize a million times or try to fix the situation and people please. You are fine. You made if you made a mistake, it's fine. If they made a mistake, it's fine. You don't have to fix the situation. You apologized, or if you did something wrong, and if you feel that you did something wrong, then you apologize. Don't apologize if you didn't feel you did anything wrong. Also, if this person, after you apologize, if this person is saying it's fine, that they're okay, believe them. If they don't reach out, if they don't, if they don't try to text you or try to, if you're getting actions, if you feel in your gut that they are upset with you, then, that's fine. That's on them. They need to communicate and they need to come to you to express how they're feeling. You do not have to go to them to try to break it out of them. That is not your responsibility. Also, because you did already everything that you can, and trust that, trust yourself and trust who you are, that you did the best. Also, and love yourself enough not to people please. Also, if there is no actions and all it is words and they say don't worry about it, and that's, the only thing, and their actions, maybe not recently, their actions haven't lined up with it, but you have to give it some time. Try to see if you really are feeling that what they're saying isn't the truth, then allow them to, think about it, and then let them show with their actions what they're saying is the truth. And then go from there. So be patient, give it some time. I think with the dragonfly, let's talk about the dragonfly. So with the dragonfly, it says the master of light. There's a lot of light being said in this reading. And if you notice too, also look at the little circles here. It's like a big circle, smaller circle, and then medium circle. Or smaller circle and then smaller circle. It's like almost like the void that's within your stomach, or that missing piece, that hole you feel, that blow that you took, will get smaller and smaller with time. The sadness, this overwhelming feelings, this trying to be super optimistic and trying to look at the best in everybody, the people pleasing, the feeling jealous, the insecurity, the sadness, will slowly get less and less, and you'll feel more energetic, successful in the future. And it'll be like a miracle. You'll feel like it's like a blessing in disguise once you are fully able to reflect on what happened. Also, the miracle card says the frequency of miracles supports our belief in ourselves as a part of a source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. First, you need to believe in yourself before you can believe in, anything else. And it's saying believe in yourself that you can recover. Believe in yourself, trust yourself more, trust the actions that you do, start trusting your gut more, start trusting the way you feel, start trusting the way that you, the red flags you're getting, don't ignore them, don't keep trying to people please, don't throw yourself away for other people. I also think that light is very significant. You may be a person that how you will turn out to be after this situation is that you'll be able to be a person that can sit in darkness, take time for themselves, hermit, go within yourself, sit in your room in the darkness and literally just sit there and think and allow yourself to be in your thoughts and almost decide what is insecurity, talk to yourself, what is insecurity, what is not, and slowly by doing this process of reflection will help you further understand and have clarity to where the light, the light that is within you will shine through. The light will come. It will take time, but the light will come, and that will be, you know, the light within you that can help you find clarity and find, you know, your higher self again. I know that was very difficult for you to possibly understand. It was kind of a little hard to explain, but that's what these two cards are talking about. You may also be eating popcorn lately, or you may eat popcorn. Maybe you'll go on a date with someone and go to the movies, or you may just go to a movie with your friends. But basically this is saying like your mindset of happiness is all within you. I know right now you're feeling sad, and allow yourself to feel those emotions. Your emotions are valid. But know that if you want to look at the situation super pessimistically and say it's like the worst thing that ever happened, you're going to see it that way for the rest of the time. You could also, you know, look at the brighter sides of things. Look at it being like, you know what, this could have been worse. This could have been taken, you know, way worse. This could have been something that that will show me something in the future. What I will learn from will make me a better person. Try to find joy in the situation. Try to laugh it off. Try to find happiness. Try to laugh at the situation, because it's okay. You're human. You know, as long as you learn from the situation and you don't ever return into the same situation, you're fine. You may be beating yourself up a lot about it, but it's okay. You're fine. Take some of that, you know, butter that in the movie theaters, put it all over your life, basically. It's like, put all that amazing, beautiful, golden butter all over your life and put some joy on that shit. Like, and it might as well put it on your popcorn too, because you need to eat something. You could specifically, another message that may have led you to this situation to happen is there could be unhealed traumas from the past, maybe family trauma, because it says I can't wait to be on my own. Maybe you are feeling stuck in a situation, or whatever it is that you're feeling stuck in, there could be unhealed traumas. So that could be you're feeling stuck in your friendships, maybe like you're feeling stuck that you have to act a certain way. You could be feeling stuck with your family, like wanting to move out of your family's house or moving away from your family or something. There could be just a message saying like family traumas maybe, or maybe you're feeling stuck in a relationship that you can't wait to be on your own, and there's some unhealed traumas within that need to be discussed. I think deep down you could have never imagined this happening. I think seriously it may have took you by surprise, and it's like almost like the water, the river. I love this card so much I may actually read it to you because of how beautiful the description is. I'm gonna read it to you. Wait, so also with the mystique, since it's like off balance and not upright, it says when in dark, you may have been constantly respecting or expecting results, like you're expecting the amount of effort that you put into other people, that it would bring results, and maybe it didn't. Also, you could possibly been seeking a lot of attention from these people, or feeling very insecure. Maybe these people brought you insecurities. And you're feeling like you're seeking attention, and you're trying to seek recognition possibly after this situation as well. Maybe you're trying to like, you know, oh, like I didn't do that, or no, it wasn't me, or like, oh, like you're trying to get everybody on your side. And either way, no matter what you say, people are going to have their opinions. You only have to trust yourself and believe in yourself, and you know, believe in yourself. And know that whatever happened, you know, you made a mistake and that was it. Or they made a mistake and that was it. Like, you don't have to try to get attention or seek recognition from these people. They're going to have their opinion either way. Let them have their opinion. You guys can discuss it and then let's move on from it. Another little thing too, maybe poetry may help you, and maybe snacks may also help you as well, because we have this little description that says tapas, and I'm pretty sure in Spanish that means snacks, so that just like popped in my head. So snack eating may be significant. Maybe you're over snack eating, or maybe you need to snack a little bit more. Yeah. Okay, so with the description of the river, basically the river is like the stream, the flow, the current, and they talk about the reason to why so many rituals of change and rebirth take place in a river is that forgiveness, it embodies forgiveness in a physical form. So you know how people like to wash away their sins, or like people will get baptized in water and like in a river and stuff, and they'll baptize and find forgiveness, and people will be like, I'm a new person now. This is all that description. Your sins, your mistakes, you may want to maybe go in a river, take like physically dunk yourself in a river, and that may help you move on, because you're physically doing something to help you mentally, and reinforce something as well for yourself mentally, is that you're taking the effort to, with your actions, to find forgiveness for yourself. And also know that the river wash away what is no longer serving you. It washes away, smoothing around sharp edges, accepting all our mistakes and grievances. Once we step in, we no longer are in control. The river carries us further down the stream of transformation. Then we plan to let it go. It's the water of a special gift for reflecting back to us a new dreamlike vision. Once the tears have passed, we see ourselves as if we haven't before. A little more lightness and grace. There's a lot of light going on here. Lights, like turning on lights, finding light. Maybe you've been surrounded by darkness for a while. Maybe your darkness has been, driving. Maybe you've been doing very bad actions, or making stupid decisions, or just letting it without even thinking that there's going to be consequences. And maybe this was the consequence that happened. And this is saying, you know what? You're human. And it's time to transform and find that light again. Keep in mind that you stand within the river. Keep in mind that what stands within the river is the real you, the full of deep emotions and potential, nothing to hide, nothing to judge. You may drink in the sight of your true self. So it's like, imagine yourself sitting in the river and looking within, and you're crying, and your tears are dropping into the river, and it's moving, and you can't see, it's all clouded, and it's like the emotions are so overwhelming that it's clouding what you can't see your true self. And once that passes, once that difficult time, that period passes, and the tears are wiped away, and they pass, and the water finally stills, and you see yourself, you'll finally see your true self. You'll finally see your true, authentic self in the river. So, you may be feeling tormented by emotions. You could be feeling flooded by water, like crying, tears, and feeling very overwhelmed. We also have a little Cancer sign here. So you could be a Cancer, or Cancer placement in your chart is at work right now. Alright, I think that is the main thing that I can say. It also says don't resist the river. Maybe a reason to why. There's a lot of water here. A lot of water, and that water signifies emotions, signifies feelings, and different things of that. We also have a moon, here, and full moon. or moon has a great impact on your emotions, especially with Cancers. So this could be like the river took over this whole whatever has happened. It has happened for a reason. It was made to happen. It was laid out in your destiny to happen. You may have felt like you had no control over it, and it's okay. It was supposed to happen. You're supposed to learn from it. Don't beat yourself up. As long as you learn and move on and move towards a better future. We also have like horses here. I'm sorry I'm like talking so much. I want to move on and put some cards. But we also have horses here, and horses could be significant. Maybe this horse, you see, I feel like the horse is moving slowly and steadily. So maybe this horse is, you know, gonna lead you to a better path. You know, I feel like horses always remind me of like transportation, going somewhere, leading you towards something, going on a path with a horse, riding a horse towards. So maybe that's like a symbol that this is going to lead you towards this calmer path, this calmer waters. All right. So let's pull now some tarot cards. I want to pull not that many just because I feel like this reading is already a bit long. So let's now ask how could this happen to me? I make my mistakes. That song just came into my head. Alright, so first question we're gonna ask is maybe we're gonna ask about you, how you're currently feeling, right? 1, 2, 3. The moon. Anxiety, possibly. Overwhelms emotions, stressing out, feeling guilty. With the river, it talked about like feeling very rough waters, like the waters are like, you know, it's like you're in a fucking like storm. It's like you're in like a tsunami and the waters are just crashing over you, and it's like you can't even grasp like, you know, anything because there's nothing to hold. It's like you're just getting whipped by the waters. It's like you're stuck in this water here, and it's like once you are able to find peace and relax and calm down, stop letting, you know, this anxiety take over, the waters will calm. It won't be as rough as you thought. You know, like it will calm down and you'll be able to finally, the water will become flat and you'll be able to look at yourself in the water. The tears will wipe away, they'll go, and you'll be able to see yourself and your true self again. The light will shine through. You know, it may take time for you to find control again, but it will come. So, okay, so this is how you're truly feeling right now. What are you sad? What is causing you sadness? 2, 3. 10 of Swords. You could be feeling stuck. Feeling like very stuck, or a certain ending of some sort. That could be love, relationships, friendships, family. Maybe there was a loss. I don't feel like that may not be the physical, it may not have been a physical loss, but yeah. So let's now ask who may have been involved. Like, what description can we ask of who may have been involved that is most significant in this description? 1, 2, 3. Maybe some sort of description of what they look like. We have Six of Cups. There could have been someone who's acting like a child. Very childish. Okay, now let's ask... what is the future of this situation? Oh, this card keeps freaking smacking me around. So there's definitely some sort of fire and light. The flame will be ignited under your butt. For real. You will find a new passion, new flame, maybe with love. But it could also just be more success and determination. You may feel more like driven, find more energy in yourself. Maybe this was meant to happen so you could lose this person out of your life. Like they weren't serving you. They weren't here for you anymore. Things change sometimes. And they needed to leave your life in order for you to feel whole again, start taking care of yourself again. Okay, so with the moon card being how you may be feeling right now, we have the keywords of illusion, fear, anxiety, subconscious, and intuition. You could be having a lot of fear. You could be having a lot of anxiety about the situation. There could be also illusion as well. Maybe you haven't heard the full story, or maybe there wasn't the full story expressed. And if it's a situation where you can't hear the whole story, or it's like you just have to almost assume, I think the best thing to do is not assume. Listen to what people are telling you, and just trust what they say and move on. Because if you don't trust what they say, it's just going to leave you wondering. It may also hurt you to find out more. So I think it's best in this situation to maybe not hear anymore, especially if it's in the past, to let it go, trust what they say, trust that they, whatever, and move forward. I think also there could be an illusion of maybe that you're doing, maybe you're trying to misconstrue the story or change the story or try to assume the story or change it in some way. And I think the best situation is to just, trust what has been said or what was done, or don't try to change the story. Don't try to, make it easier for yourself. I know it might be easy, whatever was done, it may make you feel easier if it wasn't as bad, but even if it was bad, you should always, even if it wasn't as bad, it's still something to take responsibility over. So if you're feeling guilty that you did something wrong, take responsibility, learn from your actions, move forward. Don't try to blame, don't try to shift, onto someone else. Don't try to get angry with anyone, besides if someone obviously is doing the wrong thing. Like if someone specifically has done you wrong as well, just because you did something wrong doesn't mean that they, can walk away from the situation. They also did something wrong too, but you should still take accountability for your actions. Don't change the story. There could also be a message that you may be feeling more subconsciously in tuned. Maybe you're feeling intuition is on high right now, and your third eye or your eye is waking up again, and it's coming back, and the light is shining. It's going to come. Continue and allow your intuition to come through once again. With the Ten of Swords here, I'm just going to read more descriptively of what the Ten of Swords can be. The Ten of Swords on its own talks about painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, and crisis. There could have been some sort of betrayal within a love connection, within a friendship, within a family member that has hurt you, and maybe you feel a loss because maybe you have to find space with this person or leave this person or separate yourself from this person. If it's something that you may feel like you can communicate about and work out, then do so. But if you've been recently finding a lot of red flags, seeing a lot of things that may not serve you the highest good, maybe there still should be some sort of distance. Doesn't mean you have to be, angry with them, their enemy, block them. It doesn't mean any of that. You could still be friends with them, you could still love them, but there may need to be some sort of boundaries set and distance. Yeah. Okay, so that's with the Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords. I also think there could have been some sort of betrayal. Maybe you betrayed someone betrayed you, and that could be why you are sad. That could be a very big thing. There's some sort of crisis going on, anxiety. I think I'm going to read the description exactly of what it says for the love, because this could be specifically about love. It says, in your current unattached, the Ten of Swords, if you are currently unattached, if you're not in a relationship, the Ten of Swords suggests that you may have suffered a very recent loss and may have been through a tough breakup. Your wounds are deep, and you're still experiencing the pain of suffering from this unsettling event. As such, it may be better to focus on your energy, heal, rather than find a new love. Do not act impulsively. Take your time. In a relationship, unfortunately, the Ten of Swords suggests that the relationship or at least a essential component has come to a painful end. There may have been a lack of closure too, as you struggle to understand why it has ended so suddenly. The Ten of Swords carries a sense of finality, a final, an ending, a complete ending of such, like this, it's done now. Not this relationship, but something has been finished, and it's not coming back. And there's no way of, returning from that. So that could be, it doesn't have to be the relationship. It could have been like maybe a friendship that was in the relationship. It could have been something off of that. So recognize, you may also not want to right away, but focus on your healing and your wounds and embrace the changes as a positive event in the long run. Okay, so now who may be involved could be someone. Six of Cups. So who may be involved could be someone that may be living in the past, trying to find forgiveness for you, or trying to find forgiveness, maybe your partner, more specifically, your loved one. And there could be a lack of playfulness and giddiness. There could be it's very serious now. You guys are on a serious state of mind, and Jesus Christ. It could be the, emotions are running high, and it's very like, you don't want to say anything too quick. You don't want to, say anything too stupid or childish, or try to, be like, oh, look at the bright side and try to be fun right now, because it might have happened quite recently, and it might be best to take your time, breathe, move very, very slowly. Let them decide what they want to do. Let them decide how they want to find forgiveness, and however they want to do it, you follow with, you stick with it, stay determined. Also, don't allow them to overstep your boundaries as well. Allow them to set boundaries, but don't allow them to step over yours. And also, prove with your actions that you are truly there and ready to put in the effort to fix things. Okay, and then lastly, the future, the Knight of Wands. I think this is also a message saying, for you, I think this is meant to happen because I think you may have been hurting yourself or doing self-harming recently, and that could be a way of being addicted to things. That could be a way of maybe distracting yourself with things, not taking care of yourself good enough, not really focusing on your mental health or your physical health. and this is a saying, like, you know, that drive to take care of yourself and pay attention to yourself and find success again will come. And it's gonna come. Adventure, it talks about having an adventure is coming. So you might travel. You could travel with your partner. Maybe you'll go on an adventure with your partner that may help ignite your love again. Energy and passion is coming. More passion towards this person. More energy. Inspired action. Being more adventurous with this person. All these things will come. Know that every relationship comes hardships and difficult times. As long as you are able to move forward together and don't continuously repeat the past and repeat history, that's how you can continue with a healthy, beautiful relationship. Also, you may want to steer clear of being impulsive. Please be careful with being impulsive. All right. Lastly, we are going to pull some charms for you and some little messages. I'm going to try to be very little with them. I think we're just going to pull it on these three for right now. Alright, so also another thing, you could have an Aquarius. I just had a message involved. Hold on, let's pull these first. Let's get a more accurate reading. Okay. Alright. You could have an Aquarius friend who may be being very serious with you, but also trying to help you find more, joy and excitement and laugh about the whole situation with you. That could be someone who's being very friendly with you. I think also this person may hold on to grudges and possibly live in the past a lot and maybe are having difficulties with having grudges too. Don't let the people surround you who are trying to make you feel better or possibly push their anger or biases onto you. They could be especially if you've had some conflict with someone that they may have had conflict with. Don't allow them to push their biases onto you. You could be angry with this person also, but don't hold a grudge like they may, or be as angry as they may, because the situation could be different. And you don't want to repress anger. You don't want to, let your emotions get in the way. Don't let them rile you up. I think you're very grateful for them being friends and letting you release your anger and be friendly with them and be honest with them, but don't allow their emotions to influence you as well. We also have the sun here. It's like the sun is very significant as well. Maybe you need to spend more time in the sun, and the sun will help cure you and help heal you. We also have empty. Maybe you're feeling empty or they feel empty, and that may be pushed on. I think this person, they could be Irish. More specifically, they could be very pale or have Irish, or maybe they are your lucky charm. Maybe they've given you more luck, or they're having more luck and they're going to spread that onto you. Or you guys could just be it's almost like a miracle that you guys kind of maybe went through the same situation, or maybe there's some sort of significance with this person that it's very phenomenal. It's very lucky that it's one in a lifetime thing for happiness, just once in a million. You're like, what the heck? It's a little weird. The future may lead you to being brunette or someone who is brunette, or dark skin as well. We have a male here that is brunette and dark skin. That may be significant. We also have 4 here. 4 talks about the number 4. Talks about structure, stability, and manifestation. You will find more structure in your life. You will find more stability, and you will start to manifest the things that you want in life. You may have had a blockage because your third eye was closed, so you weren't able to manifest the right things. Also, we have LP. That could be initials. And then we have an angel here. That could be just an angel, your angel is watching over you. Or this person may be an angel. And they may be they could be a fire sign. It doesn't have to be though. You may also transition. This could be your appearance. This may be you. Also, this person could, if this is a separate person, they may help you find more structure. I don't think that is the case. I really do feel like this is you, but it may not be the same for everyone. We also have a book here. I think reading books may be significant. Maybe reading something, maybe journaling, may be really significant to help you move past this. Also, spending time in the sun, like I said. We have a you here. This may be you feeling betrayed by someone, or feeling, lost, or in a crisis. We also have faculty, maybe the school, or maybe start focusing more on school, or faculty, like maybe someone at school, or maybe you had some beef with people at school. We have brittle. Maybe your mind is feeling very brittle, or maybe your hard shell is feeling very brittle, that it's like it's falling off you. It's like the world around you is falling apart, and it's like your hardness around you, that wall you had up, is now breaking down, and that vulnerability is out, and you're feeling very brittle, you're feeling very vulnerable. The rough edges will come. You'll stop feeling so sensitive about the stuff that happened. It's okay. You're human. Know that you're okay. Keep that wall up. Keep that, you don't wall up with the people who will hurt you. You don't have to have the wall up. You can be vulnerable for the people that love and care for you. But if you feel like red flags, and maybe those people are tearing down your wall, don't let them, see your vulnerable side, because those people will only take advantage. Keep those sharp edges. Don't be sensitive around them. Don't let them, tear at you or who you are as a person. Keep that shell up. You got this. Stay strong. I have no idea what this is, so I guess this is just for your own interpretation. I just thought of maybe like tying the knots or loosening the knots with people. And then we have music, 3 notes. So maybe people that you share the same music with. All right, my beautiful pile ones, I hope you found some messages that resonated with you. If you liked this reading, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Also, if you have anything you'd like to share in the comments, whether it's, needing to be listened or needing some advice, I would love to hear how you're doing. I would love to hear from you, or any criticism, anything that I could do or work on. I would love to hear it. And thank you so much, and I'll see you in one of my next readings. Bye! Hello, my beautiful pile 2s. If you chose the Lovers card with the Cleanse card in reverse, this will be your reading to why you may be sad. Alright, so let's first pull the Prism Oracle deck, just because this helps us understand more about the emotions that are connected to this reading. So we have sweetness here that came out. We also saw some in the bottom, frustration. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. We have mystery. Okay. Let's pull some more. Let's pull like maybe 1 more, 2, 3. I don't know why I just counted to 3. I meant 4. Okay, let's just do that again. 1, 2. Okay, we have fear and rejection and happiness. So, rejection. Mystery. Cleanse. The Lovers. Rejection. Fear and happiness. In reverse. And happiness in reverse. Okay. It's a lot of Prism cards. Alright, let's pull some affirmators. See what they have to say. I think we could just pull like one. One of these cards would be good. 1, 2, 3. We have everyone is a teacher. Then let's pull Moonology card. Some of you could be a Virgo. We also have Gemini as lovers, so someone could be a Gemini. That might be significant. 1, 2, 3. We have new start is coming, new moon. Let's do one more. Maybe give us a possible sign that may be in this reading. 2, 3. We have an Aries. Full moon in Aries, a fiery approach is coming. You don't have to be an Aries. You could just have maybe an Aries placement that will be taking action for the next couple of days. Alright, let's pull some activation oracle too. Geometry cards are quite nice. Let's pull like one. One, 2, 3. Oh, we have change in reverse. We have a lot of circles. I don't know what is up with the circles lately in these readings, but I've noticed there's a lot of them. Like we have one here, one there, one there, one there, one there. I don't know why my camera is moving so, like the frame rate of it is so slow right now. But, yeah, I apologize if that is coming out in your reading. Okay, so we have change. And then let's pull some of these animal spirits. So I'm just gonna do the shuffling right now. If you want to skip, you can skip. There's timestamps down in the description to skip over the shuffling. I kind of just do this so you could see the cards coming out for yourself. Alright, give us a card maybe that represents our viewer, how they may be feeling. We have the cosmic egg. That makes sense to why there's so many circles. Could be something. Cosmic egg. Okay. And then let's pull one more of the archetypes. Just one to help us understand why our viewer could be in a funk right now. Why are they sad? And what can they do to help them get out of this sadness? 1, 2, 3. We have Eros. Eros? Interesting. I've never gotten this card. So that will be quite a unique reading we'll have today. Alright. Maybe we could pull some message cards. Should I do that now? I think it would be smart to. So I think we'll do that now as well. Just to help us understand a little bit more. I feel like the more cards you pull, the more specific the whole reading becomes. So I'm going to try my best to do that here today. Alright. So we have these message cards. We're going to pull like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll pull 5. Right, 1, we have caramel candles and green eyes. So you could have green eyes since I asked this card to represent you. That could be you with the green eyes, or maybe the person that is involved may have green eyes. 1, 2, 3. We have stop being lazy. Maybe recently you've been lazy or just been not taking care of yourself. We'll get into more about that once we do the reading. 1, 2, 3. Take a breath in reverse. Oh, we have talking to a wall. Right, and we have split the tarot deck for an answer. So maybe there's a question you've been asking and you want to know. I will quickly split the deck, and then I will put this card away. It's not even on camera, but it says split the middle of the deck for answers. So let's split and see what it says. We have 9 of Swords. You could have had maybe a nightmare recently about something specific that you could be stressing out about. Maybe that's like your answer to something. All right. You may also just want to look up that card yourself. Alright, I'm going to pause now and come back with your reading. Okay, so my pile twos. Here are all the cards laid out for you. I have some dice here as well that we were going to roll before we get into the reading. We have zodiac signs, we have house numbers here, and then we have planets. So this will help us understand a little bit more about what is trying to be said in this reading. So we have Sagittarius in Mars, I believe. Wait, is that Mars? Yes, that's Mars in the 7th house. So this may be something significant you may want to look at. Could be on your chart. So if you go to CoStar, there's an app, you download it, you type in time, date, and place you were born, and it'll show you a little bit more specifically about yourself, and then you just look at where your 7th house is, where your Mars is, or where Sagittarius, if you have Sagittarius, and just read a little bit about it, and it may help you understand more about this reading. You may want to do that. So let's do one more. We have Sagittarius again. Did we have 7th house again? I think it was 7th house. Sagittarius in the 7th house again. And Venus. So in Mars and Venus. It's funny that we have Mars and Venus because Venus is like the female, Mars is like the male. So that's pretty interesting that we have that. Alright, let's put that there. Alright, let's get into this reading. So, we have Aries here, we have a Sagittarius placement here, we have a Gemini placement here. That could be some of the signs that are here with us. They could be in your chart, they could be one of the signs that we're dealing with. Something of that sort. We also have Mystery card, we have the Cleanse card. So with Mystery, I think this could be a situation. I think the reason to why you're sad is there may have been a situation where you are trying to get to the bottom of something, you are pushing through, trying to figure out what is going on. It could have been with a friendship, a romantic relationship, it could have been with a family member, and you're just digging, trying to figure out what, about the unknown. And this card, and it may stress you out more than you need. I don't think you have to dig any deeper. I think maybe it's done now. You can't take back how far you digged, but it's time to stop and, cleanse yourself from that dirt, from all the dirt that you dug up. Clean yourself, bathe yourself, baptize yourself from the dirt, and walk away from the situation. I think this mystery card is really just a message for you to, surrender to the unknown. Whatever it is that you're trying to figure out or get to the bottom of, let it be. Let it all come out and take its course, because if you dig too deep, you may, dig yourself a grave. It may not be something you need to know right now. Just, step back, take your time. You don't need to know what happened or what is going on just yet. It's okay to, not know some things. Sometimes it's better to not know the whole truth or know everything, because it may hurt you down in the long run. The actual truth. I know me as a Scorpio, sometimes you really want to know the full truth, but sometimes it's best to just leave things unknown. With a cleanse card, I think this is more of just a cleanse, like it's time to cleanse yourself. Maybe go literally take a shower and clean yourself, groom yourself, start taking better care of yourself. I think maybe recently you've been very lazy or just not taking care of yourself properly. There could have been, more specifically, this could have been something to do with love and rejection. We have the Lovers and plus rejection. So there could have been someone that you had a lot of feelings for, or an unmutual relationship with someone. It doesn't have to be with a lover, like a romantic situation. It could have been like a friendship or a group of people that maybe you feel like you've been rejected by. It could have been friends, maybe. And you may have felt rejected, and you may have internal fear of being rejected, and you may have internal sadness and fear about being rejected. You could also have, like, deep down, possibly internal happiness, or deep down happiness that things are gonna start changing, or you feel that there's a change coming. It may bring you more energy, more happiness, more excitement, more, climaxes approaching. There could be something coming your way soon that may bring you a lot of change. And I think there could be a blockage right now that is stopping you, and it could be this relationship, whoever's holding you back. It could be that you're digging too deep, keep asking too many questions, trying to, get to the bottom of things. I think you need to step back a little bit and let things play out the way they need to. Also, I think you may be trying to teach everybody, something, or maybe you've been talking about what happened to a lot of people, and every single person is trying to give you your advice, or tell you what to do, or tell you what to do things. And know that it could be super mentally draining and exhausting, that maybe it's best not to ask for their opinion. You could take one or two people's opinions, but don't ask everyone. They don't need to know what's going on. They don't need to know every single detail. They don't need to give you your opinion. You don't have to listen to their opinion. This is your life. You make your own decisions. But it could be very mentally exhausting. You may have recently sat around with your friends or with the people and you may have been near a caramel candle, or have had caramel candies. And you guys all sat around and talked about it, trying to get down to the bottom of it, and it may have been very mentally draining. I think the cosmic egg could be a message that maybe you feel like this keeps repeating. History keeps repeating itself, and maybe you feel so exhausted and tired of it, and you're like, why does it keep happening? Why does this have to keep happening? What am I doing wrong that is causing this to repeat and again? All I want to do is find change and find eternal happiness. Why is it constantly coming back to me over and over and over again? And maybe that's a thing you need to figure out yourself. Is there some sort of, internal traumas, or some sort of deep recessed thing possibly insecurities, possible repressed anger that has not been resolved, that may have or forces you subconsciously to repeat your past. Maybe someone specifically with green eyes that you may haven't fully have gotten over. And maybe this is why history constantly repeats itself. You may feel like tired of, constantly, because sometimes you'll feel, with it upright, it's like you have all your chakras aligned, everything's aligned, you're feeling perfect, feeling on top of the world, and then it's like just a switch and you're like a million steps back again, and you're like all the way to the bottom, and you're like, what the fuck did I do wrong to make it, how did I end up here again? Why does history keep repeating itself? And that is something you need to ask yourself. Is there something deep down that has not been released? Possibly something that may help you release that or figure that out is by journaling. And asking yourself a lot of questions. With the Eros card, since we have this around rejection and the lovers, there could have been a possible situation where possible love interest or maybe some sort of friend has someone in the connection, I do not know who, either you or them, may have had some lust, some desires for you. I'm going to read what the card says because the card is very distinctive. It says love as desire, eroticism, and sensuality. So this could be more of like you see desire as love when desire is desire. Lust is lust. Lust is not love. Just because you may be sexually attracted to someone doesn't mean that you love them or care for them. So that may be an issue. Also, another thing too is maybe you like, another thing that may repeat the past or help you repeat the past is you like madness, you like chaos, you like conflict, you like problems. And that may be a thing you may want to ask yourself is, why do you like that? I know it could be fun, it could be exciting, but in the end of the day, it only causes more, sadness, more emotional drought and trauma. Is the excitement really something worth it? Also, this could be another message for someone specific. You may have been obsessed with someone, like obsessed with, maybe you put 110 into a relationship, gave them everything, and you maybe had such a deep fear of rejection that you did everything possible to people please so they wouldn't let you go. And then it turns out that they only used you for sexual purposes. They only used you for desire, and it wasn't love. It may have left you feeling distraught. This may have been a very difficult time for you, very sad time, but know that rejection is protection in disguise. This happened for a reason. Now imagine if it got any further down the line. Imagine if it went further. How far would have it gone? How worse it would have been. So this was a blessing in disguise. This was meant to happen. This rejection was protection, protecting you from this person, from hurting you worse than it already is. With the Eros card as well, I'm getting some sort of, if that's not the case of them being of you being obsessed with them, you may possibly like when people are obsessed with you. And this could be another issue or possible discussion you may want to have with yourself is, why do you like when people are obsessed with you or have desires for you or find you sexy and things? I know it's nice to hear when other people are attracted to you, but why do you need that? Why do you need that validation? Why can't you believe that yourself? Why can't you find that in your possible partner? Those may be some questions you may want to ask. Especially if you are seeking out other people in a relationship. That could be a specific message. Another thing too, know that obsession is not love. Obsession is control. So if someone is obsessed with you, they're going to do everything they can to keep you and control you and manipulate you. You do not want to be manipulated in a relationship. You do not want someone to be obsessed with you because they will try to control you and tell you how to live your life. You guys should be able to be separate people in a connection, here to support each other, but not control one another. Another thing too, you may be having difficulties with intimacy. That could be with possible fear of rejection in the past. Maybe someone has made you feel insecure about your body, or have difficulties with showing your body with others. And know that not everybody will feel the same way as that last person did. Whatever traumas that person pushed onto you, know that it won't be the same, or it won't be like that with everyone. There will be someone who will love you for who you are, love you for whatever body you have, will love you for no matter the flaws. This person just wasn't it. They weren't that person. But don't believe that everyone is that way, because it's not the case. What else? So, I want to talk a little bit more about the lovers. I'll read it more about it. But we have here is platonic love. What is that? Platonic love. So, there could have been a situation with not actually, hooking up. It could have been like a kiss, because we have lips here. And platonic love is kind of like not really, it's more of like friendship. So there could have been something like where you guys were friends, someone tried to kiss someone, and maybe there was a rejection. Or maybe someone wants to kiss someone, but they are having fear of rejection. Possible little message. Possibly find some more love for yourself and find some more desire for yourself as well, like finding more appreciation for your body. There's many different ways you could do that. I've seen things where, look at yourself in the mirror, naked, or just not even, like just your face with clothes, and just tell yourself a compliment. Give yourself a compliment of something you like about your body, something you like about your face, something you like. Always try to, especially if you think negatively, say out loud, stop, and then reciprocate that, or respond to that with a positive compliment for yourself. Find more love for your body. Alright, a fiery climax is approaching, as well as a new start is coming. I really do think a new start is coming for you. This was kind of like an answer... This was kind of like an answer saying yes. I don't know what you've been asking. Maybe there's something like some sort of change that you've been hoping for. This is also another message for the change card, is stop resisting change. Just go with the flow, go with the change. Stop resisting change. It will grab you by, your hair and pull you in, and it will force you to change, and appreciate the old and all the memories you had, but know that you may need to release the toxic people, the assholes that may have taught you lessons, tough lessons, and thank them for it, that it made you, it was a part of you becoming a better person. But you can release them now. You can appreciate the past. You can remember those memories, but now it's time to look forward towards the new future and what it can bring for you. With a new moon, It says a new start is coming. This is a yes coming your way. So maybe there's some sort of question you may ask, maybe some other person you may ask to go on a date with, and it won't be rejection. This could also just be a situation that you're asking about being blessed, and it's saying, you know, abundance is coming your way. You will be blessed soon. Just, you know, be patient, and the messages are that from the universe are starting all over again. It's going to be new. It's going to be better. You're going to feel more positive about achieving your desired outcomes, the goals that you want to do. You'll find more time to achieve those goals. You'll stop feeling stagnant. You'll stop feeling stuck. You'll finally be able to move forward in your cycles and move with a new cycle now. Wipe a clean slate for yourself, and you may need to ask yourself about the toxic situations that need to be cleaned or cleared up right now, and start fresh and new. A message you may ask yourself is, well, or you say yourself is, well, I'll believe it once I see it. Maybe you need to see it and then believe it. You know, believe that this can happen, and it will. You can manifest this into reality. A new start is on its way. You will soon be able to start and feel more hopeful about getting what you want. Your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well. Forget about the past. There could be someone specifically that is more specific you need to forget about it, that maybe feel like you're talking to a wall. A brick wall specifically. With the fiery climax approaching and it's in reverse, there may have been a situation where you may have people pleased, or it might have been about the other person constantly, them, all about them constantly, and you need to start focusing more on yourself. Me. Start focusing on you and what you need. You may need to move a little bit more slower, or maybe you've been moving very slow and that's a good thing. You may need to take a breath. You may be having anxiety. You may haven't been taking breaths at all, or maybe you are being more mature about the situation and moving very slowly, as well as trying to think more about yourself, which is good. This is a very good thing if you are. But also, if you're thinking about yourself, find balance between you and them. Don't people please. Don't give them too much. Respect yourself, but also don't just think about yourself. Consider how other people and your actions may affect other people. This is saying, take responsibility for your actions if you may have done something wrong, but also, if someone has done something wrong to you, assert yourself, set boundaries with that person, and you can create a way out of this situation. This situation may have been created for yourself, which means you can create a way out of it too. Be kind, be nice, be polite. You can navigate to where you want to be, no matter what. Obviously, you could be nice as well and kind while keeping your foot down. Be assertive. Don't overstep anyone else's boundaries while being assertive. And also, if you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. Find some peace with yourself. You may also need to find more fun in your life, or maybe times has been very serious, or recently you've been having too much fun and now you need to be a little bit more serious with your life. All right. All right, I want to talk a little bit more specifically about, the Lover's card. I will get into your tarot. I apologize for taking so long. There's a lot of cards. But the Lover card, I just want to read what it says here, because this is such a beautiful, it's a lot, but it's such a specific, great thing to hear. I think you may want to figure out which situation is you. But it says the Lover card is pure love and harmony. Reverse it can signal a time when you're out of sync with those around you, particularly your loved ones. You may find your relationships are strained and communication is challenging. Maybe you're having difficulties talking with others. Does it seem as if you are just not on the same page and no longer share the same values, talking to a wall? If so, come back to reason to why you have this person in your life. If you love them unconditionally, know that this moment will pass, and the best thing you could do is bring love and compassion to the situation. In another case, you may realize you simply have grown apart and it's time to move on. If your relationship continues to be peppered by arguments and a lack of respect for one another, it could be a time to let go, honor yourself, and do what is best for you both. The Lover's reverse can also reflect that feelings within a relationship are not mutual. One person may be more emotionally involved than another. A gap could lead to disappointment and insecurity down the line. You may feel reluctant to open your heart in relationships for the fear of getting hurt. Bro, if that's not freaking so specific, I don't know anymore, because that's like, bro, what? The reverse love can also speak about self-love and respect. I think that one is, the last one I just read is exactly what you need to hear. The reverse lovers also speaks to self-love and respect. It is what extends to your honor and accept who you are and the values you offer in this world. Be mindful too, if you look at other people and wish you were more like them, understand that you can recognize these traits in others, and it's because you may have them within you. Dr. John DeMartini, when we admire qualities in others, it's the universe's way to get you to wake up and recognize your own strengths. In other words, you need to realize what you perceive in others is what you have in yourself. If the Lover reverse shows up in a reading, you may face a tough choice with a significant consequence. Instead of making a decision based on your values, you feel tempted to cut corners and avoid responsibility of your actions. That's another thing I said. You may need to take responsibility for your actions. You may need to think, you may think of a way to get through it or get away from it, but the reverse lovers implores you to think again, choose a path that is most aligned with your highest good, no matter how hard it can be. The Lover's reverse can also suggest you are having inner conflicts and being at war with yourself rather than with external forces. It indicates disharmony and a struggle to balance your inner union. You are punishing yourself for something you have done, considered yourself responsible for. To help you out of this place, you need to focus on articulating your personal belief systems and values. They will help guide you to make better decisions next time. You may want to return to the energy of the Hierophant and seek counsel and advice of an institutional or spiritual mentor. So if that's not the fucking reading, I don't know what is. That is so specific. I think that is really what you needed to hear. You may need to go talk to someone that you feel as a mentor, maybe your parents, or maybe your sister or brother, older brother, anyone who is, maybe one of your family members that you may need advice. Let them talk to them. Also, don't beat yourself up too much about the situation, especially if you made a mistake or you feel guilty. Know that it's okay. People make mistakes, and as long as you learn from them and move on. Don't cut corners. Don't, try to blame others. Don't not take responsibility for your actions. Take responsibility for your actions. Apologize to whoever was involved, and learn from your actions. Move on. Okay, now let's pull some tarot. I'm not going to pull that much because I feel like I already talked way too much. Alright, let's ask how you're feeling currently. Feel lightheaded after that. Oh, Jesus. Feel lightheaded after that fucking reading. 1, 2, 3. How are you feeling? 6 of Cups. That's a good sign. Hopefully that has helped. Okay, who is this person that is involved? How do you see this person who's involved? Queen of Swords. Could be a female, doesn't have to be a female. It could be a female that is at issue, maybe causing a lot of problems. Could also just be someone who's acting, who has a lot of feminine qualities, who is causing problems or conflict, because we have the swords here. Swords usually represents conflict. All right, lastly, what does your future look like of this situation? 1, 2. Oh, we have 3 of Pentacles. I don't know if that's upright or not, so I think that's in reverse. Let me try again, because I kind of like... That is in reverse. Okay. Goddamn. I didn't need you to be so goddamn aggressive. So with the 6 of Cups upright, how you may be feeling right now is you are revisiting the past. You may have been trying to now, self-reflect, cleanse yourself right now, reliving maybe childhood memories, anything that may have brought you to this situation, may have made you repeat your past. Also, you could be looking at childhood memories, anything specific like that, as well as trying to maintain your innocence and find more joy in life. Know that happiness is a mentality. You can bring joy to the situation, bring happiness to the situation. Look at the positive side of things. Know that this situation was meant to happen. Things, happen for a reason. And this is only to bring you closer to your higher self. You could rediscover a more playful spirit that lies within. You may be glad that you are on that path. Also, you may be returning to a more familiar setting, revisiting spiritual rituals from your childhood. Like, doesn't have to be an actual spiritual thing. It could be like things you did in the past that brought you a lot of joy, like eating something specific, or like a snack, or that you haven't eaten in so long, or doing a certain hobby that brought you back to your childhood, things like that. May find you some comfort. You may also explore more ancient traditions of your ancestors. That could be like a very specific message for some of you. All right, so Queen of Swords. So who is this person that is causing all these goddamn issues? Who are they? They're upright, so this could be someone who is independent, unbiased judgment, cleared boundaries, and direct communication. So this could have been someone you've recently talked to that may have made you feel better about the situation. This could be like your friend or something, but maybe you're feeling a little anger towards them or conflict because maybe you want to blame them for the situation, but maybe it's best to hear their words, hear what they're saying. Don't take anger out on them. Communicate if you are feeling angry. Talk about it. Maybe also try to reflect on yourself on why you're feeling angry towards them, and maybe it's because there could be, decipher whether it's because you're truly angry at them or it's because you don't want to take responsibility for your actions. Know that they are only here to help and, set clear boundaries. Try not to be biased. They're not trying to, tell you that you're wrong or be biased judgment. Maybe they didn't say something specific about someone or talk bad about someone that you may be feeling bad or angry with. And don't be upset with them. Understand that they know that people are human, people make mistakes, and maybe they are trying to find what's best. There's a lot of redhead here. This person could be a redhead. This could be yourself, honestly. Don't be mad at yourself. You did the best you could. Just take responsibility and look forward, Obviously, take your time, and it's hard. It will take some time, but just keep looking forward, and you got it. The 3 of Pentacles now. So, in the future, there may be disharmony, misalignment, and working alone. You may pull back from these people. or whoever this was, you may be more misaligned, you may feel a little bit off, and there may need to be some better communication done, especially if you're still feeling angry or misaligned. You may want to journal, talk with yourself. If you feel like you can't talk to the people that have hurt you, maybe try to take more time with yourself and collect your thoughts and feelings, then reach out again. Also, working alone is perfectly fine. Just don't restrict yourself from having fun or pull back from fun occasions. You could still go and have fun and do things. Maybe just be more aware of your actions and the people around you as well, and who you can trust. Obviously, there could have been a situation where, you know, it's both people at fault. You know, take responsibility for your actions and have them take responsibility for their actions. So, also, it's okay to work alone. You know, it's okay to pull back. It's okay to hermit a little bit. That's fine to be working on your lonesome. Try to don't lose hope in people. Know that just because this pain was happened and maybe you feel like you can't trust anyone, or that people are, you know, always the one that hurt you, or a certain group of people like your girlfriends or boyfriends, know that that's not always the case. Know that not everybody's the same. Know that there are some people who will hurt you in life and some people that don't, and are here to support you and love you. Don't pull away from everyone. Just stick with the people who are here for your highest good. Alright, I'm going to pull some charms, and that will be the end of your reading, my beautiful pile twos. I'm going to pull some charms over these cards. There could have been some sort of like nightlight angel thing. This looks very specific. That may be like some childhood like night angel thing, fairy, some sort of fairy that you may have had as a child. Maybe you're like cuddling with some sort of fairy that may help you find peace. We also have 12 and 7. I don't know what 12 means, but if you know what that reduces down to, please let me know down in the comments. We also have bear. Maybe you're being your bear self, your most authentic self, your most innocent inner child right now. You're allowing yourself out. You're not having this wall up. You're being your most authentic self with everyone. You're being honest. You're being truthful. What does this say? We have drum. Maybe your heart is beating like a drum. Where's that book? Could also be that maybe this person plays the drum. Drum. Maybe music may help. This person could be, maybe you guys have similar taste in music. We have a butterfly here. Maybe you'll have some more transformations with this person. 12, I'm not sure. I honestly don't know what 12 is. I could do that based on the tarot card deck, whichever number is 12. I know death is 13, so the Hanged Man is 12. So you may want to wait. Hanged Man is pause, surrender, let go, new perspectives. Maybe you need to let go of your resentment towards this person. Let go of them. Maybe pull back from them a bit. Stop talking to them. Don't discuss about anything anymore. Don't hold resentment. They're not here to hurt you. They're here to maybe explain the truth or show you the conflict for what it is. Don't be mad at them. And let go of that. We have Tim here. Maybe Tim is someone you'll see in the future or walk away from. It also says it could be time, like within time. Give it some time. We also have 7 here. We have a moon here. Maybe the moon has been at large recently or important. There may have been a new moon recently or a full moon. We also have a little key to your heart. Maybe there will be someone who will find the key to your heart soon. We also have brilliant. They could be very smart. They may also start with an S, have an S name. We have 7 here, so 7. The number 7 is to be known as reflection, assessment, and knowledge. I think this future will be you'll spend a lot of time alone, but during that time you will reflect, you will assess, and you will find deep knowledge for yourself. Learn about yourself, reflect on yourself. Find love for yourself again. Alright, my beautiful pile 3s. Oh my god, you may want to check out pile 3. My beautiful pile 2s, I hope you found some messages that resonated with you. If you found some messages that resonated, or if you like this reading, please give it a like and consider subscribing. I love you so much. If you have had or want to talk... Oh, I didn't talk about this. Badminton? Maybe you've played badminton or tennis with this person. If you want to let me know or need some advice, please feel free and comfortable to let me know in the comments. I want a community of no judgment. I want a community to be free and open of their past traumas or anything they want to share with me, and I'm here to listen if you need. I'm here to give advice if you need. And yeah, I hope you do have a wonderful day. You're doing amazing, and I'll see you in one of my next readings. Bye! Hello, my beautiful pile 3s. If you have chose the sadness card in reverse plus the 5 of cups, this will be your reading about why you are sad. So, I'm going to shuffle. This section will be the section that we will shuffle your cards. If you'd like to stick around and watch your cards being shuffled, you may. If you want to skip over this, you can. There's timestamps down below in my description that you could skip through. Alright, so let's just see what other kind of emotions we have here in this reading that may want to come out, help us understand how you're feeling. Alright. 1, 2. You may want to watch pile 2, because I keep seeing the same cards of pile 2. 3. Peace. Finding peace. Alright, let's pull one more. 1, 2. Oh, and growth. That's very nice. I like those cards. That's a nice, we also have protection. Yeah, I want to take that one. Seems like there is definitely some calm energy. Maybe this is like after the storm, and you feel now more calm, collecting yourself, collecting your thoughts, trying to find more tranquility, maybe even like within water, like swimming, taking showers, things like that. Alright, help us understand why our viewer is sad. Please give us a card. 3. Divine Feminine in reverse. That makes me think of Divine Masculine, possibly learning to balance between Divine Feminine and Masculine. Maybe you're very... I'm not going to start doing the reading yet, because we'll have to wait till... I don't want my people who skip not be able to hear this. Alright, let's pull another one. Maybe a card that represents you, my viewer. Oh, we have the Cobra in reverse as well as the Unicorn. I've never had that happen while I was shuffling. That's pretty crazy. You also see how the colors kind of match these cards. Alright. Now we are gonna pull one of these. Please give us a affirmator for this reading. One, two, three. We have ups and downs. I like that card. And Moonology. Possibly give us a sign that is here, like one of the signs, possible zodiac signs. This was from the previous reading, so I'm gonna have to shuffle. Could be a Scorpio. Alright, 1, 2, 3. We have time to take action. New moon in Aries. You definitely may want to check the other reading. Alright. We'll just pull that one. That one's it. We also have Gemini. Your answers that are needed are coming. So, but I'm not going to take that out because we don't have space. We're going to pull one of these bad boys. I love this deck. This card was the gem was stuck with the swords. Okay, let's shuffle these. One, two, three. We have the heart in reverse. Alright. I'm pretty sure I did, my last reading actually was the heart in pile 3 as well, I believe. Or it may have been pile 4. Alright, and then let's pull some message cards. Alright, I'm going to pull 5 of them, and they're going to be below here. I will move the cards around so you can actually see them. But let's see what you get. Some messages you may want to share with yourself, or something about anything about this reading. So we have warning on your health, rough times ahead in reverse, follow your mind, upright. We also have family doesn't end in blood. I think I'm just going to take all of these. We also have I names, so Isaac, Ivan, Ian, Ivory, Iris, Lisa. We have O names, Olive, Olivia, Octavia, Opal, Ona, Orchard, Oakley. We have L names, Libby, Leanna, Luke, Lauren, Lucas. I'm not going to say all of them each time, but yeah, so this may be significant. And then we have transformation in reverse. I will become better. You'll probably have like an internal transformation. But yeah, okay, so we'll be back. I'm going to reorganize your cards, and then we'll be back to give you your reading. Alright, my beautiful pile 3s. So, for you, actually let's roll these dice first before we get into anything. See what possible placements are here that are significant. So we have a Pisces in the 7th house, 7, I keep seeing 7 a lot. 7 has been very frequent this entire video. So you may, I told the other piles, you may want to just watch the whole thing because I feel like all these piles are connected in some way. But this, I think, is Pluto? It's actually Saturn. Yeah, so Saturn, Pisces in the Saturn in the 7th house. So that might be significant. You may want to look at your chart on CoStar, look it up, read a little bit about it. There's an app called CoStar. You just put in your date of birth, things like that, and you can read about your chart. So that may be significant. And then there's another one. Let's see what else could be significant. We have your 10th house, Virgo, in, that's not a planet, that's like a, mythology planet. It's Keptu. I'm not really sure about Keptu. I think it's like a masculine, mythology, like planet. You may want to look that up. It may be significant, but you may have a Virgo in your 10th house that may also be significant that you want to possibly look at. So I'm going to put those here. We also keep getting someone who's a redhead. So someone could definitely be a redhead or have strawberry blonde hair, something like that. I kept seeing that in the last reading, so... Alright, so let's start off with the majority of the whole story. These two cards are basically going to represent the whole story, and then these are just a little specific messages for you. So the Five of Cups is someone who may be very pessimistic, often pessimistic. They may be fixated on what is not working or what's going on well. Conversations with this person is usually centered on problems and concerns, while little is focusing on finding a solution. Often this card relates to a person who lives in the past and struggles to let go, old grievances as well as disappointments. So there may have been suppressed sadness, or there still is suppressed sadness, something that is very difficult for you to let go. It could have been a situation involving your heart, maybe the past, maybe there was some person of the past that was an Aries who may have caused a lot of pain and maybe it was very difficult to let go. Or just some sort of sadness. Also, I think it also says here, let me read this. So in relationship and love, the Five of Cups also, you may find yourself temporarily disappointed at someone with a lot of promise and potential, but is not quite who you thought they would be. Or they're not as interested in the relationship as you hoped. You may need to reassess your expectations if this has become a pattern. You may make sure that you're not expecting too much too soon from a new relationship. If you are having little luck in love, try a different approach and invest time in creating positive energy in your life. Maybe being a little bit more optimistic and appreciate, maybe the things that you have. So with that not being able to let go of the past, I would say the best thing is communication, talking, especially with that person who may have hurt you. But obviously there's many situations where that's not possible. And especially when, someone maybe doesn't apologize for what they did or even just explain why they did it. And I know it's very difficult to let something go, but know that however they hurt you, it has nothing to do with you and all to do with them. They have issues that they cannot resolve themselves. And usually insecurities, issues, different things like that are pushed on to the other person. So that could just be a message for some of you. So this is just a learning process to help you grow, to become a more stronger person, to protect yourself, to find peace with yourself. You're not always going to have the answer, which sucks. And it says, you know, surrender to the unknown, to surrender to what you may not be able to find out. Like, you may dig and dig and dig, trying to assume or figure out the things, or pretend like you know everything, or teach people everything, or teach people, you know, how to do things. But maybe it's best to be okay with sometimes you never know. Sometimes it isn't something that you can, that you always have an answer for. Sometimes there's going to be times where you don't know. So surrender to the unknown. With the protection card, I really love the description for the protection card. I love all of them, honestly. I feel like they're very great pieces of advice that I just want to read to you. So with the protection card, it says, this is the essence about feeling personally safe, protecting as you navigate through life. It asks you to find the delicate balance of pushing yourself through fearful and anxious situations while feeling secure. I have to like sneeze. Oh my god. This card asks, how can you feel protected during those scary situations? Does it mean reaching out to others? Does it mean just making sure that you're grounded in the present? How can you move forward while feeling safe? I feel like that's such a great thing, because usually when you don't feel safe, when you don't feel like, when everything's, you know, misaligned, or your safe haven may be, you know, like for example, where you tend to feel safe with family or in a relationship, and you find comfort with that. When that's rocky, it's like you're all over the place. It's like you can't, it's too much to handle sometimes. It gets really like scary and anxious and anxiety inducing on what's going to happen in the future. And the protection card is saying, find some groundedness, when things are getting crazy, when the storm is taking you, find something to grab hold of so you could ground yourself, so you could think a little bit more, especially before you do take any actions. Maybe you need to talk to somebody, talk to a teacher or mentor, even your friends, someone who may give you advice, and let them, speak their mind and give their opinion, because you're not always going to know the right way of doing things. Sometimes other people's opinions can help you push through. Also, the protection is just like, it's a great thing of feeling safe and confident in yourself to stick up for yourself during those anxious situations. I feel like there may have been a situation, maybe involving your friends or a relationship, where you may have actually been sick. We have puking on yourself here, and it talks about throwing up and vomiting. That could be something specific. Maybe you guys went out drinking, or there was drinking involved, or something with that. Or maybe you've been drinking a lot and not taking care of yourself, or not taking care of your health. And maybe it's also, like, sometimes there's ups and downs. You may be at a real down right now, but know that it will come up again. The coming up, your coming up is coming soon. It's time to take action to the things that you want in life, your goals. Stop pushing them aside for other people, or trying to have fun in your life. Get the energy you need and the determination to start taking better care of your health, as well as going after the goals that you want. And also try to look at the brighter side of things, like, you know, even though you puked on yourself and you may be freaking embarrassed as hell that it happened, like, it still makes for a good story. You're gonna look back at it and laugh and be like, you know what, I learned, and it was really funny that that happened. With the unicorn here, the unicorn just signifies basically someone with a third eye, and basically, you know what happens in the past, you remember what happens in the past, you remember what happens in the present day, and then the third eye is like, you know what happens in the future. So it's like, you're able to trust your gut, trust your body, trust your intuition to know how to protect yourself and how to predict certain ups and downs or certain things from happening, future sadness from occurring. I love how the protection card is like a little bit of a purplish color, and like purple usually signifies spirituality and intuition. So it's like you will be able to use your intuition to help protect yourself, help, you know, steer clear of dangerous situations or those scary, unsafe situations. I think you may be in a situation now where this may have happened in the past. Maybe it was like very recently the past, but it's like now something has clicked. You're finding more peace for yourself. The sadness is slowly fading away. You're internally sad, and it may come out, and you may need to let it go or let it out and do some more like things like journaling or meditation to help that release, and find forgiveness. Find forgiveness for the people around you. Find forgiveness for yourself. Most importantly, find forgiveness for yourself. You're not stupid. You're not dumb for getting into this situation. You didn't know. You were just didn't have the intuition that you now have. And that's okay. I think you may also be on a wavelength of trying to find more divine masculine within you. I think you may be very nurturing, very loving towards other people. Maybe you've been people-pleasing for others, possibly in a relationship or possibly your friends, and kissing their butt, you know, letting them step over your boundaries constantly. And now it's like, you're going to flip that card. You're going to start focusing more on yourself, your masculine self, keeping your foot down, standing up for yourself, and dominating, and finding authority, as well as becoming more emotionless and focusing more on the logical things of side. So like, not letting your emotions determine what action you take. You're going to be more focused on thinking logically and on how to, you know, continue with the situation, and what the consequences are for people's actions, and so you can, you know, establish boundaries and, you know, assert yourself to other people as well. Show these people respectfully, you know, but show these people you're gonna respect me, and I did everything I could to be friends with you or be in a relationship with you, and if you're not going to treat me the way that needs to be treated, communicate this, of course. I need this, then this in a relationship, and if I cannot get that, or I continue to get disrespected, I will leave. That's like some of the things you need to communicate. You shouldn't allow yourself to get disrespected. You should, you know, assert yourself and do it respectfully. With the Cobra, I think this could be a specific person, or this could be you. I feel like it may be you, since we asked about yourself. I think maybe recently you've been very trying to teach people things, or very teachy and preach, and maybe you need to start focusing on being more of the student, learning from others, listening to what they have to say. It's not just all about what you believe, because sometimes you never know. Sometimes you might be in the wrong, or what you're saying isn't always right. So maybe trying to be more of a student. Also, you may grow an ego because of, usually ego, I feel like, is you grow an ego because you are trying to find more love for yourself, but you, instead of finding actual authentic love, your ego almost becomes a wall and protects you rather than, and blocks everyone out rather than doing it the healthy way. Growing an ego and being egotistical is not the proper way of healing. I think you're on the path of healing, but don't let your ego get in the way. Don't be angry or hold on to grudges or, separate yourself from these people. Try to find forgiveness, try to forgive yourself, and move on, and continue to be compassionate, but also assert yourself and find authority. Don't let your ego get in the way. Basically, I think you're on a path of reconnecting with inner wisdom or divinity. Maybe it's been shut down in the past, where maybe you've been so distracted by life that you've kind of forgot about your third eye, or maybe you haven't been trusting your gut lately, or trusting your intuition much. And maybe this is like a message saying you're gonna start to focus more on that a little bit. Find more focus on your intuition. We also have family doesn't end in blood. Maybe you're recently going to connect more and find more love towards your friends, or people who care about you in your life. We also have follow your mind. Maybe you need to start thinking more logically about the situation rather than emotionally, especially if you have a lot of sadness or anger towards someone. We have transformation. I will become better. Maybe this is a repeating cycle you've been facing, where you continue to feel like you're constantly trying to transform, but then you always go a couple steps back and know that that's part of the process. It's not all going to happen in 2 seconds. It's it's going to take time to fully transform. And I think internally, mentally, you will transform. We have these names. So Isaac, Ivan, Ian, Olive, Oakley, Octavia, Olivia, Libby, Leanna, Luke, Lauren, Lucas. Those could be significant names. We have more here if you want to take a look. But those names could be significant. That may be your name. We have rough times ahead in reverse. I think the rough times is in the past. I think you've just faced those rough times, and now you're on the path of healing and finding forgiveness and forgiveness for yourself. Warning on your health. You need to start taking better care of your health. Take action. We have in the description for the Aries card, we have, this is a yes card. So there may have been something you're asking for or you've been constantly thinking about, and this is like, yes, it's time to take action towards it. You also may have a male oh god, I apologize. You may have a new male come in your life. This is also saying do your best and be happy with it. You're just doing your best. Know that people make mistakes. Also, avoid being brash right now. Avoid being harsh or rash or act irrationally. You also need a 12-month plan. Think a little bit ahead of the future. Think about how you want to attack your goals. And lastly, we have this is a time to tune into your dreams. You have a long way to go, but you're on your way. Determination, self-assertion, and bravery is what's called for. You're driven towards success in whatever endeavor you're asking about. The caution, don't go too fast and forget your manners. Treat people as well as you charge towards your goals. This will create better karma for yourself. Okay, and then lastly with the heart card, it being in reverse, this is just basically think of your heart as a location. Sometimes you're not there, sometimes it's empty and it's cold, but it will always be there for when you're ready to come back to face those emotions or feel those emotions again, to feel more the vulnerability and love and compassion for others. I know sometimes it's rough, especially when you go through a hard time and it's like your heart is broken and you just leave your emotions and you feel numb. And that's like this tangled threaded thorns are like what's protecting your heart now, and it's growing bigger. It's like a wall. It's trying to protect you from being so vulnerable. It's a good thing because you find protection, but it's also a bad thing because when the people who do really matter, you tend to neglect. So try to find a balance between loving, being compassionate, as well as being heartless and emotionalist towards the people who aren't here for your highest good. You may have we also have the description here, you may have dealt with fraud, your heart may be tangled, or betrayal. Betrayal could be a significant thing that may has caused you some heart pain. Alright, now let's pull some tarot. It's really difficult to breathe right now. My nose is like clogged. I feel like I have allergies or something. Alright, we're gonna pull like 3 cards. So let's pull a card that represents you. One, two. Oh, we have the Devil in reverse. One. Oh, I didn't even ask. The next one was going to represent who may be involved. 1, 2. We have a Knight of Swords. 1. And then lastly, what is the future of this situation? We have 9 of Swords and 10 of Wands. Okay. So, with the Devil... Oh my god, what is happening? I'm dying. With the Devil in reverse, we have releasing limiting beliefs. Maybe you've been very limiting towards yourself about maybe the situation, and maybe you've opened up a new perspective or became self-aware about this situation, this specific situation. Maybe it's with, you became more aware of, from experience of a relationship, and maybe you became more aware of maybe experiencing more with a friendship or friends or even family life. So we also have exploring dark thoughts. Maybe recently you've been scared, or it's almost like the devil has maybe took wheel or taken over, because it's like your shadow self is here trying to protect you, but it's not doing it the right way. Maybe you haven't healed properly, and it's like the devil has taken over your shadow self. You're not thinking before you're acting. You're hurting everyone around you. You're doing dark thoughts. You're thinking dark things. You're feeling very mentally drained. Your insecurities are taken over. You're feeling very hurt and sensitive towards things, or different things in like movies or shows, or different things that happen in shows that are very sensitive towards you. Or like some traumas are being triggered, and it's because it hasn't been healed properly, and maybe it causes you anger or sadness, and maybe that is something you need to face within yourself, the devil within you and the shadow self within you. Everyone has one. You need to, know that it's there, love it for what it is, and try to find ways to deal with it, and work it towards your advantage. It could also just be thinking of more like sexual thoughts as well. So like trying different things with your partner. That could be a message. Like, for example, this isn't involved here. This could be, for example, like possibly looking towards outside of the relationship. This could be that message. This could be like you're with someone, but maybe you're like, ooh, I want to hook up with that person. But it's in your head, it's deep down within you, and you don't like it that it's there. You don't like that or thinking that because it's your shadow self, but you know, it's your subconscious mind. It's a part of you. You can't help it. People have dark thoughts sometimes, and you're not perfect. No one is. Try to work on how you can fix it or work through it. All right, so also we have Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords in reverse. So with the Knight of Swords, we have restlessness, unfocused, impulsive, burnt out. Maybe there's someone in your life who is a Swords, so an air sign. They could be a Aquarius, they could be a Libra, they could be a Gemini. And maybe they're being very restless, they're acting very quickly, they're very unfocused, maybe they haven't healed properly. Don't let them affect you. They may also be in the devil, you know, the dark side is taking over them. They're not really healing properly, they're not really thinking much before they do any actions. And I think you may want to distance yourself from them or try to help them as well, but also don't let them influence you on making bad decisions as well. They may be acting very impulsively. They may be burnt out as well. Very just emotionally and mentally drained, so that they're numb. They're numb right now. And it's like their emotions, the only emotions they have is anger and sadness. And it's usually anger. Oh my god. I have like phlegm. Alright. It's becoming very difficult to talk. Maybe someone is not communicating properly at all. 10 of Wands. So, in reverse, you may be doing it all. In the future, you may tend to do it all or do too much and become a little bit too impulsive when it comes to chasing your goals. That it's like it's too much to handle. Delegation. I don't know what that means. So it says delegation here. I think it's like, I'm not sure exactly. And then release. So releasing this burden. Whatever this burden is, whenever it's becoming too much to handle, you may release. So that could be the relationship. Maybe this relationship is becoming too much for you to handle, that it's going to end up, you know, needing for both of you to go your separate ways. May not always be the case, of course. But there could be a burden that maybe be carried in the future. And then lastly, we have the 9 of Swords. You may have nightmares about it. Inner turmoil, or you may be having anxiety, worry, fears, depression, or nightmares about whatever's being a burden. Possibly, there's a lot of redheads. There's definitely, whoever's watching it is for sure a redhead. One of y'all. We also have like a grayish, like bluish, dark hair color. That could be significant for maybe someone else. Or you. So you may be having anxiety about maybe separating from this person. You could be worrying about if they are going to leave you. You may be having fear or depression about maybe what happened in the past and not letting go. Maybe you really truly need to transform and, you know, take the steps to do this. We also have nightmares. You could be having nightmares about this situation. All right. Let's now pull some charms. And then this will be the end of your reading. Alright, we have M. I see, so maybe someone specifically. Maybe you be having nightmares about, or maybe you may feel like is a burden. Maybe like you feel held back by them, and maybe that's something you could discuss with them to try to resolve that issue. For the Devil, we have Forest. It doesn't mean that you have to leave them at all. This could just be meaning like you may feel like you want to, but maybe this is something you need to discuss with them and talk about what you guys can do in order to improve it. And if you feel like it's never being improved, maybe it's something you need to further discuss more in depth on how you can fix it and truly fix it. And if that's not working, then it may be a situation to where you want to leave. Bipolar, you may be feeling bipolar internally, like one day you really like them and then one day you really don't. Or maybe you feel flip-flop about how you're feeling. Maybe your nightmares are, there's some inner turmoil that needs to be reflected on. We also have peacock. Maybe you're feeling very, it was kind of like in reverse, but usually the peacock reminds me of someone who, especially when in reverse, someone who feels very insecure about their looks, how they look, their body, how they look, very insecure about their personality, possibly feeling insecure. Maybe there's someone, maybe you're having nightmares about who you are personally, feeling guilty. Maybe there's guilt. We have a Q here. Q could be significant. Cutie, maybe you guys say that. We have 5. 5 is change. There will be some drastic changes coming your way. We also have a snowflake, maybe snow, maybe cold weather is soon coming, or you may be in cold weather right now. We also have gag, maybe a prank. Maybe there's some sort of prank that someone pulls on you. I also just thought of something like a gag, if you catch my drift. Entitlement, maybe someone with a K name is feeling very entitled, or that they, they are not going through the life the right way, and maybe they feel very entitled or have a crazy big ego, and that's their, they need validation from other people in order to feel anything, and that's not what you want to follow. We have forest. Maybe you need to go into the forest, or maybe you've been having like nightmares about a forest, or the forest within you, like deep down, there's like something in there, like something coming after you. Maybe you've had a dream where something has chased you in the forest, and maybe that's something significant. Maybe you need to meditate in a forest and find safety within the forest. I know that's very like, a riddle, but we have a leaf here, or feather. This reminds me of an air sign, so definitely there's some air signs specifically that has a connection to here. We also have a bike ride. Maybe you recently went on a bike ride with someone with the E name, or someone with, I just thought of edible, Eden, enjoy the bike ride, something like that. We also have here, this reminds me of a star and a moon, but it also reminds me of a pentacle, possibly moving more slowly about the situation, needing to move more slowly, things like that, or maybe something in the nighttime. All right, thank you so much, Pile 3, for sticking to the very end. I hope you found some messages that resonated with you. If you like this reading, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Also, if you have any suggestions, please let me know down in the comments, or if you have any stories, or needing advice, or just want me to listen to you, or hear you out on maybe something that you're dealing with, I would love to. I'm always here to help you. I want you to feel comfortable and safe in my community, in my comment section, so feel free to say whatever is on your mind. And I love you. You're doing amazing, sweetie, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye.